grab a pencil and head to your seat. You have to grab a pencil, okay? Come on, you have to take one of mine. Remember that rule. You have to take one of mine. Come on in. Find your seat. I probably wouldn't have guessed that I would have become a teacher in the beginning. I really enjoyed working with kids. I was a lifeguard as a teenager and did a lot of swimming lessons, and it was something that came natural to me and something that I enjoyed. And even when I was a manager, I wanted to do swimming lessons, and so I think that's where my desire to teach actually came from. Well, you can see on our board that the first thing we're gonna do after filling out our planner, which you guys did, is make a name tag for yourself. And I provided an example for you, okay? Here's my example. Now I use my last name. You're gonna use your first name, but you're just gonna go ahead and with the markers and the paper in the middle of your tables, you're gonna go ahead and write your name going down, and then for each letter, provide an adjective to describe yourself. That is some good goals here. You know what, I can tell that about you already, Terrell. I can already see that. Okay, I like it. Looks great. You know what, it might look really good right over there. See that spot? I can see it. There's a hole waiting for you. Good job, Adong. Perfect. I had the opportunity to work at Hartley, which I loved so much. And so I got to see through my practicums and my student teaching at UNL how great the teachers and the students were at LPS. And so when I was offered the job, I didn't hesitate. It was absolutely, I would be honored to work in a wonderful district like this. I think that every age level has its challenges, definitely. But it takes a special breed to teach middle school students. They are going through probably the most unique phase of their life, going through the most changes that you could possibly go through. And being a part of that and watching them come in as young kids, like our sixth graders are today, and leave as young adults, I am so excited to be a part of that transition. It's something that you really only go through once, and it's hard and it can be challenging for the kids, and yet it is a very fun time in their life. And so we can laugh and be silly and be kids, but also focus on the education part of becoming an adult. So I get the best of both worlds, and I love it. There's never a dull moment. Now, should you respond to my line like this? What's in the sack? No, that's not how I read it. Here we go. What's in the sack? What's in the sack?
What's in the sack? What's in the sack?
Is it some mushrooms or is it the moon?
Is it some mushrooms or is it the moon?
Is it love letters or downy goose feathers?
Is it love letters or downy goose feathers?
Or maybe the world's most enormous balloon?
Or maybe the world's enormous balloon?
What? Oh no, not you too.
What? Oh no, not you too.
Awesome, I didn't hear any robots. Fantastic job, you guys. Sixth graders are so brave when they come into this building. Most of them have spent the last 6 years at the same elementary school, and this is the first big change in their life. And so there are so many challenges they face. One of the first is they think their teachers are going to be from the Black Lagoon, and they're surprised to find out that that's not always the case. Then you have the 3-minute passing periods. They have to get across the school in 3 minutes, and of course that's impossible at first, but then as they go they can talk to their friends and get a drink and use the restroom and make it all the way to class on time. And then there's the lockers, which they have their own lockers, and that's fantastic and they love that, but the dreaded locker combinations, we have to practice that a lot. And so just being here, hearing their problems and trying to make them as comfortable as possible, and I think just having them practice everything over and over and giving them that time to practice is how I can help them. It's amazing though, how many were timid coming in yesterday, were skipping into the halls today, and that's an awesome thing to see. One day. You already got so good. Keep practicing, Sarah, even better. They are growing up and they're going through a phase where they want to be an adult, but they're still kids, you know, and we have to treat them like kids. They're goofy and you have to handle them with grace and you have to have patience and you have to be able to laugh at them, but then also help them through their mistakes. They want to have fun and they need to move around and they can't sit still, and that's okay. And so we treat them like kids, but we train them to become those young adults. It's the little moments in life that stick with you. It's the aha moments, the kids that have struggled so long to understand something and then one day it clicks. But it's also the fun that we have in this room, the laughter that we share. Yes, we're learning, you know, but it's important that we have those fun moments, you know, in between, because if you're having fun, you're learning even more. And so it's not necessarily a story, but just those feelings that stick with me. And also to have your students come back after summer and come and say hello and are so excited to see you. I don't know if there's a bigger compliment in life. I mean, they leave you and they still want to come back. You're just that big a part of their life. That means a lot. Because I care so much about every student that walks into my room, I don't have a 9-to-5 job. I take their concerns and I take their strive for success with me when I go home at night, and I process it, and I'm constantly thinking about ways that I can help them even more in any way possible. There's a lot to get done, and so we have a lot of pressure on us, and I love every second, but it is a lot, and you never just leave it at the door. And you know, it's not just me, it's everyone here at Schoo. We are constantly doing the best that we can for kids and working together to find that success for each and every one of our students in their own way. My mom is a teacher and I got to see that. It was just the natural choice for me. It's a wonderful profession.
This has been a presentation of Lincoln Public Schools. A monthly programming guide may be found at www.lps.org.